You might be wondering, why on earth are we carrying a tree? And to understand that, we need to go back to the beginning. So me and my buddy Caleb flew to the Pacific Northwest for a weekend with two objectives in mind: explore Olympic National Park and summit Vesper Peak. Our first stop on the journey to Olympic National Park was stopping to see the world's largest spruce tree. This thing was giant, 191 feet to be precise. As a Texan, I couldn't get over how massive all the trees are in the Pacific Northwest. So we are here at Ruby Beach right now. We have these incredible rock formations behind us here on the Pacific Ocean. And I really want to get over to that other side, but there's this like river that is dumping into the Pacific Ocean here. And it's moving pretty quick. There's not a place where we can hop across. So I'm debating maybe taking my boots off, rolling up my pants and going over there, because I really want to go over there. But at the same time, it's also going to be really cold. So I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so it is in theory feasible to pick that up, get it over there so we can walk across. However, 2 guys is not enough. We might try and recruit some other people here.
Benefits of being skinny, speed running. Downsides, can't lift heavy things.
Hey, I'm gonna see if I can recruit some people to help us. And for I'm not sure how long, probably too long, we tried to get this log to become a bridge for us that would allow us to walk across to the other side, but the log itself was not long enough, and any of the logs that were long enough were way too heavy to move over there. So it was just not in the deck of cards for us to get to the other side that day. Okay, so we gave it our best try, and at the very end, we essentially just threw it across, see if it would land. It didn't really land. Went into the river, got washed away into the ocean. So maybe next time we'll have better luck. After we finished our time exploring Ruby Beach and Rialto Beach, we drove over and did a short hike to Sol Duc Falls. Sadly, that would wrap up our time in Olympic National Park. There's definitely a lot more things I would have liked to do, but there's only so much you can do when you only have one day in the park. Truthfully, it is a park where you could easily spend 4 or 5 days and probably still not see everything. The Olympic Peninsula itself is on the western side of Seattle, so we actually had to then drive back to Seattle to get to the eastern side, where we would then hike Vesper Peak. It was super cool as a Texan who never gets to do this, but the fastest route to get back to Seattle was actually driving our car on a ferry and taking it across. So that was a fun experience that we had heading back to Seattle. Our final adventure on our Pacific Northwest trip was to climb and summit Vesper Peak. This would not be an easy hike whatsoever, but it was very rewarding to reach the top, even though we kind of reached it in the middle of a cloud and the views were compromised. I will show some highlights from that hike on this video right here, but if you want to see the full hike in its entirety, there's another separate video on my YouTube page which shows the entire journey from start to finish. 2 things really stood out to me on this hike. Number 1, the views that we did get up high were absolutely incredible. I would love to see them on a truly clear day, but a little bit before the summit, we had some pretty pretty decent views that gave us a good flavor of it. The second thing is just anytime you're in the Pacific Northwest, there is always an abundance of water flow, and all of the stream and river crossings were incredible. However, I think I need to call myself out. If you watched my video of the Vesper Peak hike, you saw a bold and brave jump I made across a running creek that was kind of dicey. And while I did legitimately make the jump, I feel like further video footage would show that maybe I wasn't quite as brave as I first appeared. Contemplating, still contemplating. I should point out that my buddy Caleb made the jump before me and did it very quick and easy. And although there's not video footage of that, he was much more brave than me that day. All in all, the Pacific Northwest is incredible. I feel like Washington is a severely underrated outdoor paradise. If you enjoy traveling and outdoor adventure, I cannot recommend the Pacific Northwest enough. If you've been itching to explore the Pacific Northwest, take this as a sign that you need to just book a trip and go. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next adventure in my next video.